Breaking news: Mauricio Pochettino has been sacked from Chelsea Football Club, and we are the first. Ghana. Yeah, it's been 24 hours, well, almost 24 hours since the news has been broken,
Mhm.
maybe a bit more. And we just wanted to let all the talk die down, let all the club statements come out, let all the everyone rush to the front of the gate, rush to the gate, and say what they have to say. I didn't want this to be such of an emotional reaction, and I wanted to get my fellow Chelsea brother here, and on the call, so we can briefly just have a quick discussion on the second. So yeah, man. Andrew, how you think? How you feeling? What do you think?
I mean, I just feel like there's not any consistency that's being had here because I don't think the instability that will come from this sacking is worth any potential hire that is out there ultimately. And that's really where I'm sad at because I understand why they sacked him in terms of like if you're going off keeping up standards in terms of okay, say they had top four on their mind preseason and things like that because they that was one of the requirements. And then also maybe a domestic trophy. Okay, he didn't get those things. We had an embarrassing loss to Liverpool and their teenagers, and we finished sixth. But like that's just very cutthroat. I feel if you're really basing it off that, given the progress that we made at the end of the season.
Hmm. Yeah, and I agree with you. I was on All You Can Eat Chelsea earlier yesterday. Shout out to Matisse. Yeah, I said on the call that at that point in time we should keep Pochettino based on who we had out there, based on the manager market and the manager field, and what Chelsea decided to limit themselves to. I didn't say keep Pochettino because I like the guy, because I
Exactly.
that the entire 38 game season was horrendous, barring a couple of games and the last 5 game winning streak that we had. But when I look out there, I'm a type of person who believes in getting an experienced coach to lead young players, especially coach that has been there and done it before and knows what can and cannot work in this league. Now, with that being said, Pochettino is gone. I am not upset about this. I am not upset about them firing Pochettino. I am definitely not upset about the reasons in the sense of in the reasons why they fired him in the sense of him not being good enough. Because I never felt he was good enough. My issue is he's potentially better than all the people that we see out there right now and all the fuckery the club is being linked to. That is my
Hmm.
problem. That's why I'm sad. That's why I feel some type of way. Right?
And
Because next year I do not want us to be in this exact same position looking for a fucking manager.
and I think I agree with you there because to me it's more about the principle in terms of like the takeover happened in 2022 and we've already sacked three managers that we were supposed to give given the reins to essentially. Like how does this look on the technical directors at this point? Like your project is not coming together and this is now solely on you. Like when this new manager comes in, they're going to get so much grace by the fans because guess what? They're not. This new manager that's coming in is not responsible for nothing. We're
Bro,
all going to look at the technical directors
bro,
and be like, This is all on you right now."
and this is what I keep saying, bro. If any manager Chelsea has officially been through four managers, right? And they
Five
took
back
over
technically.
yeah, took over 2 seasons ago, right? Or
Hmm.
the last season actually. Yeah, 2 seasons ago. Let's run it up 2 seasons,
Hmm.
right? We are now at a point where we're still searching for a manager after buying all these players. At some point, the common denominator is going to, or the common factor is going to be Chelsea Football Club and the sporting directors. If any manager that comes to this football club gets sacked at this point, it's not a damage to their CV. You either come here,
Hmm.
do well, and you're the best thing since sliced bread, or you come here and fail and you move on like nothing happened. This is an absolute joke.
Yeah. Graham Potter's still linked vaguely to the Manchester United and England job for some reason, even though they're very weak links. The fact that they're even rumored out there is just it's bizarre.
I am telling you, this is a shit show. I'm calling it what it is. This is a shit show. This looks like they don't know what they're doing. And on top of that, the way they're implementing their transfer strategy when they just came through the door, from then people's been saying that they don't know what they're doing. From that time,
Yep.
people's been looking the way how we sign players, the way how they wanted Tuchel to become a sporting director whilst being a manager and a coach, which he didn't want to do.
Yep.
He fired Thomas Tuchel. They came back with Graham Potter. That didn't work, and realistically, they only fired Graham Potter because the management was under intense scrutiny by the fans. If that wasn't, I promise you, bro. If 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 we were still in charge by Potter, if Potter was still in charge, and the intense scrutiny did come from the fans, and everyone was blazing and said, "Okay, you know what? It's cool, but chilling." If we didn't have
Hmm.
some form of standards to this football club, Potter would still be in charge. Would have still been in charge because he fits the profile of what they were looking for, young and upcoming manager, right? Potter got fired. Cool. Because of how Potter got fired, because they didn't want to let Potter go, they had to go get someone with experience. They brought in someone with experience. He got some form of success at the end, barring. He got success at the end with
Hmm.
a horrible season. I'm gonna call it what it is, horrible season, but he still got us into European football, right? They fired him. Well, which we could potentially go on a run. We don't know. We started a run, bro. It's actually alarming. It's actually alarming and very, very, very,
And,
very horrible decision making.
and thing is, with the information that's coming out in some of the articles, it really paints it in a very one-sided manner when it's just like you really can't pin that much blame onto Pochettino. Like I get his training regimens might be difficult or whatever it is. However they want to explain it, they're saying that when they observed it, they thought it was intense and things like that. But I'm like, at the end of the day, you need a proper medical staff. Like they removed the entire medical staff and replaced them with people that they even have experience in football
Bro, I'm
initially.
telling you,
And they got rid of people's personal PT partners. Like I remember Havertz bitching about it before and stuff like that. Like you don't do that. That's
bro,
personal relationships they have with each other, and especially when they already overcame injuries with that person. It's just like you can wait to phase that out.
hmm
Like,
bro, and not even that. They fired this medical team 3 or 4 times, and we're still having the same issues. You tell me, bro. No, since they came in, this entire football club, the structure of this football club has been in complete disarray, and it's pissing me off. Do you see the managers we're linked with? Because I have the list here, and I'm talking serious links. I'm not talking all that
bro, I
bullshit.
can't pronounce their names. Like, I haven't heard of most of these managers very intensely before today, literally.
Bro, we're looking at Thomas Frank, Enzo Marseca, or Maresca, Kieran McKenna, and the guy from Stuttgart who said he's not leaving.
Like,
What
I
kind of
only
fuck
know
with that, brother? What kind,
I only know the Ipswich manager because Amari Hutchinson was there for a while and got player of the season for them.
bro,
Like that's the only reason I even vaguely even know about him. I'm like,
brother,
oh,
me
okay, I give
never
him a little
did
credit
no
for
saw
developing
Ipswich
him.
coach.
Like I don't know.
I didn't even know this until yesterday. And then oh shit, so he's the Ipswich manager. Bro, because you know why I don't know it? For all who's just, oh, he doesn't know about it. You know why I don't know it? Because I support Chelsea Football Club. Oh, we only look at top elite
Hmm.
coaches. Fuck me, I got a bumper clad League Two manager from what? You didn't even say, oh, the man, you're not even gonna get a coach who graduated or yeah, graduated because you have to get levels. There's levels to these things. There's qualifications to these things. You won't even
So
get a coach that has made it to the top level of football, even if he didn't achieve things, and then play in the Premier League for at least 1 or 2 seasons first. Deserby, okay. I didn't mention Deserby
the Zerbi get
because people are saying Deserby is going to United.
now the Zerbi needs to stay all the way the fuck away from
Bro, I'm
Chelsea. I'm
tired of it,
sorry.
bro. I'm tired of
They
it.
need to stay the fuck away from here. Nah, I
Bro,
will not tolerate that. But I
bro,
do
I'm
want to
not
ask you
tolerating
something.
Deserby and I'm not tolerating Thomas Frank. You hired
But
him
but
right the season off.
Oh no, Thomas Frank can't come here either. They both literally hate this club. Like that makes no sense. But I
Bro,
do want to ask you this question because they're clearly looking for a certain profile of coach here. And do you like the idea that they're going for more of a head coach instead of having a manager, like a proper manager? It seems
No,
like they just want a head coach to just take what he's given, teach them football, teach them the tactics that they want him to teach, and play the game that they want to play. That's what it seems like from the
to start
outside looking in right now.
to start to answer your question, there was something put out today on Twitter from Nick Purewall or Purewall. Pochettino's successor will have to accept the authority of the board and the sporting directors with a control that could even stretch onto the pitch. So you're telling me, say, yo, me as a coach, you're telling me as a coach, I want to play my starting 11, and just because you don't like somebody or you want to play a big name signing, I have to jeopardize the integrity of my squad. So people, I strongly believe in player merits, right? Performance merit. You play well, you get an
Hmm.
opportunity to play more minutes. You play more minutes, you get an opportunity to be consistent in the starting 11. You be consistent in the starting 11 and produce each time. You get to play. You make the starting 11. All of that shit goes to the window when I have a board and some directors telling me I have to play. I have to play a big name signing because they spent money on them. I'm not gonna name names because apparently when you're having a discussion and you name names, people take this literal. So I'm
So
going to
then,
just leave that vague.
so like, do you think it was then the like? Because that makes me feel that it was the board that probably pushed Enzo to keep playing through his hernia then at that point because they wanted him and Caicedo to be the pairing, even though Pochettino was skeptical about it in general, having them two paired as the pivots like that. And it's just like, whose ideas are who then? Whose idea actually was it to change tactics up and invert Kukurea in that second half of against Aston Villa? Whose structure was that? Because I want whoever structure made us successful to stay, and who the other side needs to go. Because if that was their structure when we're trying to play 3 quarters of the season possession football and all this nonsense that Pochettino's never tried before, for the most part, that's how, like I want whoever had the good ideas to stay. That's
Bro,
just how it's a results based business.
bro, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. I and let me put it back here. We still have to wait for more information to be given. We still have to
Hmm.
wait for more details. So I'm not going to go into the whole next manager. We'll do a separate part on that when we get more. When either when the manager gets hired or when the or when we have a more strong candidate links. Because these are just names that are being spread out. These are a bunch of PR trying to cover up their tracks. The only thing I do know that came directly from the club is that they want a young manager that plays position. For the football club coming ahead. It could be good, but that's too much hope. There's no track record to say if you hire that guy based on the people they're looking at, it's going to bang. And we're going to challenge for top four. We're going to challenge for cup titles. We're going to challenge for the league. There's no one out there that they have put out has a proven track record. So it looks to me, I have a strong feeling, unless they make the right appointment, we're going to there again next year. We're going to be right where we are next year.
Yeah,
Like, what do we do? What do we do from here? Bro, this is some bullshit, bro. Like,
like
and
like all I see ahead is protests. Honestly, that's really all I see ahead because unless we literally get results right off the bat, I don't see how this doesn't degenerate into pure
bro,
chaos and protest. Because like I don't understand if they don't communicate. There needs to be a huge PR campaign over the summer or something. Like they need to communicate to us about what's going on here.
Andrew, meds this right? Deep this. We finished the season 5 wins, 5 wins and a bounce, right? We were building some form of form and consistency. We could have taken that momentum. Pochettino could have tried to take that momentum and drove this into these players that he's built a baseline of performances with, know that he knows who he can and can't trust in his system, taking this into the start of next season and continue out and continue to try and build on this. Any new manager that now comes in has to stop, rip that shit up, and start over. I don't know if the form is going to continue, but I know the playing style, playing tactics, and maybe even the players, how they're deployed on the pitch, are going to be different, right? Plus, this new manager has to come in, get acclimated to the league. This is if they don't hire a manager from the league, get acclimated to the league, and then after the fact, try and implement his playing tactics to this team to get results in the league. So, bro, it's all cloudy, it's all muddy. I see dark days ahead. I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel, but we keep walking towards the end of the
But
tunnel. You see what happened over there?
but it's just that what they say does never matches their actions, unfortunately, and that's
And they
really
get
been
scammed.
the worst part of this whole thing.
The
Like
next
they
person.
like they want players in a playing style that can adapt to many different tactics and styles of play that pretty much adjust to like who they're playing, essentially the opponent. That's literally what our Cobham Academy teaches their entire way through, from 6-8 way onwards. That's why Trev Chalobah can play in CDM, center back, and right back if he wants to. That's why Gallagher can play the 8, 6, or 10. It's these things that goes on. And then yet these are the first players that are going to get shipped off this summer,
Yeah, poor profit, bro. That's a whole other topic. We'll get into that another time.
though.
I'm not doing that today. Like I said, this is just how we feel. We'll get into more detail and scrutinize more. But it's just, and I cannot repeat this enough. I do not give two shits or rat's ass about Pochettino getting fired.
Bro, we
My
barely talked
problem
about
is,
him.
bro, we barely talked about him. Bro, my problem is who is next. If it, bro, honestly, if this board was not limiting themselves to the foolishness that we've seen and the names that we've seen, I'd be fine. I'd be happy because then I know we have a whole pool of managers that we can go for. We're not limiting that. We're not limiting ourselves to any foolishness, and that it's the limitations that they're putting on themselves to go out and get a world class coach or manager. That's my problem.
But thing is, any world class manager that is out there is not going to take like what this ownership is giving them in terms of like their little bit of control that they would have.
And they know
What
that, and that's why
world class
that's why
manager
they
is
don't
going to
go
do
down
that?
that route. They know that. They know that they can't do this with
It
people that have a scent and have a brain.
it just
Bro,
doesn't.
listen. We're Andrew. I need to calm down. Let's let's pick this up another day. When we get more information, we'll come back on here. We'll come back on here and we will actually look at this with less bread in our eyes because again,
Oh,
bro,
this shit's crazy.
Chelsea just stop the fuckery. Stop the look for fuckery. Hire properly. Stop it, man. Bamba. Yo, Andrew, bless up in the dog. God, yeah, no, bro, I fuck with this.
Peace, man. Yeah. Let's